This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Cops probe man's death in Red Hills. Police are investigating if a man found dead on the Castle James Road in Red Hills, St. Andrew on Saturday may have been killed by residents who thought he was a burglar. It is reported that an unknown person called the Red Hills police station and informed the authorities that a body was seen along the roadway. The police responded and found the lifeless body of an unidentified male lying on his back about 8:30 a.m. The half-naked body was clad in black jeans, pants, and barefooted. A black t-shirt was seen beside him. Police said the body is slim-built, of black complexion, round face, about 5 feet 7 inches tall, beard face, short black hair, and about 40 years old. The body had chop wounds to the left side of the forehead and the lower part of its left foot and its face. Investigators are looking into reports that a house may have been broken into on Friday night. As a result of the break-in, several residents armed themselves with cutlasses and began hunting for the housebreaker. Further information is that the now deceased may have been attacked and chopped to death by these residents. Reports later emerged that the now deceased may not have been the person who broke into the house. The Red Hills police are investigating. Ministerial order expected to allow on-duty cops free passage on toll roads. The Jamaica Police Federation is to be updated Monday on the signing of a ministerial order to allow all on-duty police personnel unfettered access to toll roads across Jamaica. The order has to be signed by the Ministry of Transport. At present, only highway patrol officers with the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement branch have passes to access the toll roads freely. The issue of the police having unhindered access to toll roads is again being discussed following an accident on Saturday on the North-South Highway, which led to the death of Constable Donald Carr. The Police Federation has reported that cops transporting the injured policeman were prevented from exiting the toll road without paying. National Security Minister Dr. Harris Chang told the news that should not have happened, as a directive was given to allow passage to all emergency vehicles and the police. But speaking with the news on Monday, Police Federation Chairman Corporal Rohan James argued that it is clear from reports that toll employees are not aware of the current directive from the government and are seemingly at sea when it comes on to responding to emergency situations. Speaking with the news, Hugh Faulkner, chairman of the Toll Authority, said any policy shift to allow for the police to be exempt from toll charges would have to be addressed in law. According to Corporal James, Dr. Chang has indicated that an update on the long overdue ministerial order will come today. At the same time, the Police Federation chairman has recommended that the toll authority make ambulances and wrecking services available on toll roads. We need to respond promptly when there is an accident on the toll road with the necessary resources to mitigate against any loss of life or furtherance of any injury, he reasoned. Corporal James said police vehicles should also be equipped with first aid kits to better enable them to respond to emergencies or citizens' needs. Increased bus park fees in Santa Cruz postponed amid a protest. The St. Elizabeth Municipal Corporation has postponed the implementation of increased fees at its bus parks in Santa Cruz following a protest on Monday morning by transport operators. The park fee was slated to move from $150 to $200, but some taxi operators who use the bus parks refused to pay the increased access fee until sanitary facilities are improved. The taxi operators also complained that there is no electricity and a shelter at the bus parks. One operator who spoke with the news urged the relevant authority to address the outlined issues, insisting he and others would not pay $1 more until we get satisfaction. JPS CEO predicts a further electricity cost hike if more sanctions imposed on Russia. CEO of the Jamaica Public Service, Michel Gantour, has predicted that further economic sanctions on Russia will worsen the effect of the Ukraine-Russia crisis on local fuel and electricity costs. Mr. Gantour disclosed recently that while relevant assessments have factored in oil continuing to exceed US $100 per barrel, a new model has heightened the price concerns. He was speaking last week at a business forum put on by the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association and the National Commercial Bank. The European Union and other jurisdictions have been contemplating additional sanctions on Russia. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries has indicated it would not be able to fill the gap if Russia's supplies decline.
If there is a further embargo on the Russian oil, it can climb to $185, maybe $200 per barrel. Those are very, very high prices indeed. In terms of gas, the indicators we're looking at, the Henry Hub natural gas benchmark, has been in the last few weeks at around $6 or $7 per MMBTU. Now, for context, in the last 5 years, the average gas price has been $3. So it's more than double in just a few weeks. And the price of fuel is unfortunately around 50% of your bill.
4 shot, 2 fatally on St. John's Road. 4 people were shot, 2 of them fatally, during a dispute between rival gangs on St. John's Road in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. A house was set ablaze. The murders occurred in 2 different incidents, which took place Sunday night and Monday morning. It's reported that 1 person was shot and killed, and another wounded in the first incident, which occurred around 9:30 Sunday night. Gunmen carried out another attack about 2:25 Monday morning, in which 2 more people were shot. 1 of the victims died, while the other is nursing bullet wounds. National Work Agency working to repair malfunctioning traffic signals in St. James. The National Works Agency is advising that 2 traffic signals in St. James are now malfunctioning. Community Relations Officer at the NWA, Janelle Ricketts, says the traffic signals at the Providence Road and its intersection with the Elegant Corridor is now out of commission due to damage sustained following a recent motor vehicle crash, and the issues related to damaged hardware have resulted in the traffic signal at the North Paradise and Harbor Street intersection malfunctioning. The NWA says works to repair these signals will be undertaken in short order. Ricketts said that in the interim, motorists are being reminded that when traffic lights are out of service, no one has the right of way. As a result, all motorists should exercise due care when using these intersections. Holness calls for diaspora to recommit to building Jamaica. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has urged members of the diaspora to recommit to building Jamaica. A part of that recommitment must be how we can build our homeland. Your remittances have been good. Your philanthropy has been good, but your investment could be better, Holness said. He was speaking Sunday night in Queens, New York, at the launch of activities to be undertaken in the northeast region of the United States for Jamaica's 60th anniversary of independence. Holness was in New York after attending the pen release in Philadelphia, as well as participating in several high meetings in that city. At the gathering, he highlighted the work of the diaspora and its importance to Jamaica and urged the persons to always remember their homeland. You have a duty to continue to build that brand Jamaica from which we all benefit. So as we celebrate Jamaica's 60th anniversary, I want to tell you how much we respect, love, and indeed appreciate the diaspora, he said. Whether we are on the island or spread out all over the world, we are going to commit to make Jamaica the greatest country, Holness said. Earlier in the day, the Prime Minister attended a church service in Brooklyn to mark Jamaica's 60th independence anniversary. Among the activities planned to commemorate the independence anniversary in the northeast region of the diaspora are a joint cultural showcase, a cultural photographic display at the Jamaican Consulate in Manhattan, street fairs in Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx, and a reggae and a jazz concert at the Lincoln Center. Man of Jamaican descent charged with murder in Canada. A man who police say is of Jamaican descent has been arrested hours after he was listed as wanted for murder by law enforcement officers in Alberta, Canada. Stavon Maurice Allen, 38, was charged with first-degree murder. Alberta Royal Canadian Mounted Police, in a statement on Sunday evening, said Allen was located and taken into police custody without incident. The Edmonton Police Service also assisted with the arrest. Further details on the charges laid against Allen were not disclosed, though officers in a media release promised to provide further details. In an earlier release appealing for information on the whereabouts of Allen, RCMP said Allen was last seen in Spruce Grove. The homicide for which he was being sought reportedly occurred in Parkland County, but details were similarly not provided. Reduction in local fertilizer production likely. The fertilizer producer Newport Ferson, Jamaica, has served a notice that it might have to cut back production due to the rising cost of manufacturing the agricultural input. According to the company, farmers are also finding it difficult to keep up with the rising cost of fertilizer. Dennis Valdez, managing director of Newport Ferson, confirmed recently that it has been challenging to absorb the continuing rise in prices. He said while there are fertilizer blends that are cheaper to produce, farmers are less willing to use them. The cut in production was inevitable, he said, because a farmer who could afford to buy 4 bags of fertilizer today is buying 2.
We will be seeing a reduction in the production here because a farmer who could afford to buy 4 bags of fertilizer today is buying 2. If we compare where we were before COVID and where we are today in terms of raw material cost, over 250% and counting. Then we had the Russia-Ukraine war, and it is very significant for our industry because just to give you an example, Russia is the second largest producer of urea, ammonia, potassium, and the 5th one in terms of phosphorus. The main raw materials we use to blend a fertilizer.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.